Hi, everybody. It's your boy, Sir Drink Salon. You've tuned into a Lap It Up drink review series. Welcome to the wake up call. Because I am tired and we're going to have a conversation because, I had a weird dream last night. I'm going to wake myself up with a face pop ghost. We get 10 calories, 30 milligrams of sodium, 2 grams of carbs, 0 grams of sugars, and man, the one thing I don't care for on these is how small everything is. I can't. It's so hard to read. Um, but yeah, I don't see anything funky. Just natural caffeine supposedly. But yeah, no, these can't be good for you, especially not in mass. But you wake up. Face pop. And it shows a bomb pop with the legendary energy symbol that they use. That's not bad. Kind of cool. I like that. Definitely a big fan of that. I could say I could definitely jump on the bandwagon for that for sure. Sorry, my ears all kinds of. Just woke up. It is a Saturday morning. It is Saturday morning. But it is almost afternoon, mostly because I decided today was going to be a sleep-in day. I definitely needed it. Just felt exhausted all week, and I've been sleeping real heavy last couple of days, and just waking up feeling like, oh, wow, my whole body has just felt kind of heavy. I mean, more than normal. And recently we had our shop pictures. We won a best of for the city again, mostly because we're really the only shop in town, but we're also a big shop. Well, okay, we're a large shop for the area. I don't think we're the hugest shop ever. I do think when it comes to lock shops, like city, like where you can walk in kind of lock shops, um, it's just from a point of view because I could be wrong. We're probably one of the bigger ones out there. Lock shops are kind of a dying thing, um, that I've noticed anyway. Um, you can find them in areas, but normally they're a 3 or 4 hand group, maybe some bookkeepers and stuff. But we're actually talking about locksmiths, um, usually 2 or 3, and they take pretty much care of the town. Smaller towns anyway. Larger cities, you'll see like a big business, but there'll be like a good 3 or 4 vans, like for bigger cities, um, and they'll be in certain locations to make, to get to where they need to go, um, and they'll have like storage building locations or offices. Um, yeah, it's weird, you know. And then there are individuals that do their own stuff in the area, but they have like big fans and stuff. Um, and I think that's kind of become the thing to be a fully mobile system. Um, because while there are big jobs that need to be done, um, you're mostly there's a side of the group that mostly takes care of quick quick fix, unlocks, and emergency stuff. Um, Bigger jobs are usually scheduled, and last minute stuff is priced high. Which is, I mean, if you wait till the last minute to call us about a job and say we have to be there, okay, here's something that's actually, this was a situation that happened recently. Let me drink some of this fruity goodness. It is really, has a really strong bomb pop, but like a, also with a bit of a citrusy kick to it. If you're a company and you call us out to do a job, and we're talking to you on the phone, and we say, hey, it's 3:00. It's like 3:15 or so. Like, well, we need you out there by 4:00. That's only like 45 minutes, 40 to 30 minutes, and you're in a town 20 minutes away. And you said everybody's got to lock up at 4, and we have a door we're having problems with, and I think actually that it can be secured, like it can be locked for the night. But they said, no, we need you out there today. Okay, the way most places work is that we have a morning and an afternoon kind of set of jobs, docket or whatever. There's no real, like, the morning schedule. Everybody's given something in the morning for what their specialty is, where they're going to be, and that might include 2 jobs if they're in a certain area, 2 or 3 jobs depending, or depending on if they're specialty stuff. And it's like, these are 3 jobs that the alarm guy does, because they're alarm stuff, and this is all the alarm stuff for today. You have 3 jobs. The alarm guy can also do lockouts and stuff like that, but these are his main jobs. He might get 2 done in the morning, and the other one's going to the afternoon. He might have scheduled those. He might have said, hey, contact the people, I'm being out. That's fine. So he has a schedule of things he needs to do. There's no in and out time. There's like, well, you'll be here at 9:00, and that particular job only takes this long. So, which is what they do to mechanics, which is fucking stupid. Because it's not, one, they're not robots. Also, parts you're putting on can be bad, a slight misfit. While you're taking things off and putting things on, there could be a screw that's been threaded, so you have to rethread a hole. I mean, some people, I've seen people like put wood screws, like, and they're bad mechanics too, but they're like, and good ones that are just like faced with like, okay, we need to mount this onto here. Oh wait, the mounting for this is bad, so we need to get that. And it just, there's also getting product time. Anyway, you get my point. Is that while we have these people on these jobs, we don't know exactly how long it's going to take. We have an idea, but we can't, and we don't back everybody back to back with, okay, these 5 jobs need to be done this morning, and it's your job, go do those. We don't do that. But it is, we do, and also we have stuff that's coming in the door. People that are calling for stuff immediately. So we have to be loose, but we have to get the jobs done. So, and that's what the early morning grind is. So at 3:15 at the end of the day, you call us and say, I need somebody there at 4:00, and you're in another town 20 minutes away. Sorry. And we get there, and you've called somebody else, and they're out there working on it, or something they're working on something else, but it is in relation to that thing that's really something they can fix. Or we get out to a job and nobody's there, so we can't do anything. Or we get out there and, it's not a replacement thing of a lock or something, or an adjustment of something to a lock. It's like the fucking door closer or the panic bar needs a full replacement because parts are just broken, damaged, and you can secure the door, but that needs to be fixed. And then you say, hey, and we contact you and let you know, like, this is what's going on. We need to get this stuff. And you either order it or get it done. Or basically, like, let's say in an instance where we get out there and there's no problem. Like, we've checked everything. We went over with the person and we looked at everything. We made a few adjustments, but there's no problem found. Or we find that, like, that needs to be replaced. That's something that takes a couple weeks to get in. It's not something that we would normally have in stock, so we have to order it. And you say, okay, don't worry, we'll order it. We'll get one of our guys to do it. Send us your bill. Okay. And we send you our bill. And the bill, and we quoted you what the bill was going to be, just to have us come out, because we didn't know what we needed to do. And then when we bill you for it, and you tell us, like, and we said, so I can call you and you're going to pay me over the phone because this is an emergency call. This isn't like a regular call. This is an emergency call. And then we can't get a hold of you because, you're at a different state and your time zone's different, so everybody's closed. No problem. Call you the next morning. That person's in a meeting, and it was like, okay, I don't care. Just give me to somebody who can pay me. We're going to have to, you're going to have to wait for her or him, or, I don't have any record of payment or whatever, or payment processing or whatever. And then we finally get to somebody, and they're like, well, we called you out there, but you didn't really do anything. So you can't call 3 plumbers out to your house to do one job. And when they get there, 2 of them get there and they go, oh, there's already a guy on this already. Here's my bill. You called us and had us come out. You wanted us to come out. I could have gone to another job to go do. But you called us and we told you how much it was going to be for us to come out. You owe them money. This isn't like, you're not like scattering feed for chickens. You called the chickens to you. Anyway, that's something that I don't. It's like, if you called somebody, any individual, whether it's 2 or 3 or 4 or 1 individually, if you call somebody out, it's like with our lockouts. Somebody gets locked out and they call us to have us come out at like midnight, and we get to this. We get up, get in our vehicles, dressed and everything, and we go to this gas station late at night. Supposedly it's parked at the pump. I mean, kids are asleep in the back of the car. Supposedly they're just trying to get home. We get out there. There's nobody there. Well, they got into the vehicle and then they left. I mean, they did, but they didn't call us to let us know that. Or we get out there and they've opened it themselves and we're there. You called us for a service. We're here. You were still working on it, and you just happened to get it open. If you hadn't, you'd have used us. You've kind of wasted our time, and that's kind of a juggle thing when it comes to something like that. You called us. You were quoted a price, and a lot of times we'll end up telling you, like, hey, stop working on it. Just like, hey, don't mess with it. But sometimes, if you're out there in the middle of nowhere, not near your home, and you're working on it, you're like, okay, they said not to mess with it. And some guy goes, hey man, I got myself a Slim Jim. Let me try it. I've opened one of these before. My daughter's got, something like that. And they grab it and they may mess with it for a little bit, and they pop and get it open. You get in the car and go. It's nice to give us a call. And honestly, we have had that where we've gotten out there and people have gone, or we've actually gone out there before and somebody else, like, We get there and we find out, hey, they're gone. And we talk to somebody and says, hey, was there a blue something or other? And they say, yeah, they had so-and-so come out and open it up. They what? They called another company to come out, and I saw the van, it was just here. Fucking inconsiderate. It's like, just call one person. Because now you had a guy get up. I mean, it's not like they were waking up at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon and they had, like, they literally are working. They could have been still sleeping for wake up for the next job. Or could have been going on to the next job instead of like going over here. They could have gone over here first. But you called first, so they made you the priority. And it's, a lot of people say like, it's money. That's all you want is money, so what's the problem? Just go on to the next person. It's like, no. Being a little considerate. But in an instance where it's like an emergency thing, I don't see how people... It's like, it doesn't matter what we've done. If we came out, we applied our expertise, we made the time, and we applied our expertise to the situation, we gave you what needs to be done. Like, we've sometimes come out to work on a door, and it's just like, holy crap. I can't do anything. This is construction worker shit. This is like a whole frame needs to be replaced, and there's some, we can't do anything. But we made a point of talking to you about it, and it's like, hey, it is 4 o'clock. We close at 5. If I go now, I can apply just regular time rates, but I have to. It's not just. It's going to end up being after hour rates, because by the time I get there, I don't know if I'm going to finish before 5. So just to let you know, and like, well, we need you there. We need you there now. And then we get out there, we come to find out somebody had run a truck into the fucking door, and that's why it's not working. No, I'm sorry. You need a construction worker. You need to get the whole fucking frame and stuff replaced, and we'll give you a list of what needs to be replaced. And if you want us to come and, when they fix the door, apply all the panic bar or the stuff like that, locks, and get that, we'll do that too. But right now, you owe us for having us come out in an emergency call to fix something that is, even if we didn't fix it, we still told you to come out and do anything. We did something. We assessed it for you because it's not something we can fix. You owe us for coming out. And if we're coming out, that price was not normal. That price was definitely going to be a little bit higher, if not double the normal rate. Simple. And you agreed to that. The end result doesn't matter because guess what? Your end result was thinking, oh, it's a quick fix. No, it's not. And it took a professional to be able to go, hey, this needs to be done. This is not just a simple fix. And it's also not something that we do, or we can't fix it because of this stuff, but we can do work. We just can't fix it because all of this needs to be replaced. You still owe us for coming out. That's how it works. And a lot of times, they get out there, oh, that's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed and stuff. And you say, okay, so we're going to get our contractor out there. We'll get a new door and everything put in. And we will call you to come out and install the parts for that. And we'll just give you a call when that's done. Fine, no problem. You still owe us for us coming out today. Now, a lot of times when we do a big job like that, an emergency job or something like that, if they make plans to use us again, there's a very good chance our rates the next time are going to be very modest. Are going to be very good because it's a continued relationship. But you kind of started it off with, hey, need us now. But we made it out there. We got everything set up. We knew what we were supposed to be. We brought stuff with us. We took the time to okay, if they're going to need this, we prepared for that job and got it set up, left the shop, left other people to do other things that you were supposed to do, that particular technician. And you get out there and it's like, oh, ooh, okay, everything needs to be done. Here's what you got. Do that. That's what needs to be done. But it's not something that I can fix. Can lock everything up, secure it, figure out what you want to do, and we'll give us a call if you want us to do the rest. But that's all we can do. And just coming out and getting prepared and everything, you're not doing us a favor. We're doing you a favor. We're taking care of you. And so you owe us for us coming out, for our time. That wasn't your fault that nothing came up. Anyway. Sorry. It's something that happened recently. And it's actually happened a couple times to different extents. Like we had one guy go out and work on a door. And the slight adjustment he needed to make. And then he went and he worked on the door. He checked everything after that. Made sure the door was swinging properly. But from the lady who was behind the desk playing on her phone and occasionally watching the guy do stuff. I say that because I asked him about it. Because I talked to the lady on the phone. And not that lady, but her boss, who wasn't there at the time, said that her lady that was there said, our guy came up, bumped the door, and then left. I know we didn't do that. No, not one bit. The door was off track or something. Can't remember exactly what he had said. He checked, I think it was on pin hinges maybe or something. Anyway, he went through, got a ladder, came out to the door, checked top and bottom, checked it back and forth, noticed a little oil leakage, like the rim from the door closer, but that's for closing the door. And it was like their question was about securing the door, I think. But it was also like it still worked, but he could see a little bit of leakage. He told them, okay, door's good, and he did mention to them, hey, it's a very good possibility that door closer needs to be replaced. But that's what he did. He got it working. It wasn't closing before, and they received a bill. Our service call was like $95 to come out. Well, very shortly after, it started doing it again. I think like a week or two. No, we have a bill. We set it off, and they had received it in that time period. No. Yeah. Anyway, they received the bill because when we finished it, they were like, "I owe you $100, but it still doesn't work." It was like, we told you it needed to be done. Our opinions of it, but when he was there and he messed with it, he couldn't get it to not work again. So, yeah, he did fine. Now, if we need to go ahead and replace that thing and our suggestions for the door, we need to go ahead and replace those, we'll do that. But we're going to come out and do it again, and we're going to probably order the part, because maybe we don't have that kind of thing, or we might have it in stock, take it out and install it and check everything. I think we ended up also doing them a little bit of money off of it, but we did impress upon the boss, and she was really nice about it. But she was kind of like, my lady said he came out and he just pushed on the door and left, and I got billed for $100, and I was just like, okay, no. I mean, we actually did work on it. Now, the fact that we're going to come back out and put the door closer on, and also clean up a little bit, because sometimes when a door closer leaks, the oil can kind of you start to notice, especially if you're having carpet, you may not notice at first that there's a lot of leakage that's been slowly going down. So we came out with cleaning tools as well, just in case, especially if you end up taking it off, it can leak more, and yeah, you're going to need to clean up. But as far as I know, since we were going to go out and do continued work, and I think they also wanted us to do a couple of other things, I think we discount a little bit on labor for coming out and everything. So yeah, that was, and we tried to take care of our customers, and definitely when we were not very defensive about the $100 thing. We were just like, okay, I don't know about who was paying attention to it, but this is the information my guy talked about it. I talked with him. He told me these are the things that he did do. I mean, obviously, he took his ladder out to the door. He was on it, checking both the bottom and lower hinges. He checked the door closer. And he did mention a few things, but he did say that when he left, because you guys needed it done pretty quick, the door was opening and closing fine. It wasn't, off, causing any issues. So when he left, job was we got it working again. Not sure if, so, yeah, and I don't want to disappoint customers, but sometimes you can come out and fix something, and it is the thing that you're working on, but sometimes what's holding that thing you're working on has an issue as well, and it doesn't cause a problem when you're there. So it's like a double issue, but now it's not working because of this, which does the same thing as the first. Locks can be difficult, and it can be a bit frustrating. But usually, if we do continue work for somebody, we'll find the issue and let somebody know. But if they keep calling us saying, "Hey, this thing's not working," it's like, yeah, because you need to replace this. We have a big problem with that sometimes. They don't want to. They can't we're not replacing the door, but we need to make sure the door can close. It's like, well, the frame's the problem, or this part's the problem, and you need to replace that. But it still works, right? Yeah, okay. Well, you don't need to replace that. Then it's like, this not working is causing a problem with this. We're replacing this because this is damaged. The new thing we got in here is getting damaged because this isn't fixed. So in a month or two, that's going to need to be replaced. See? And people are like, well, how come it's not working? We told you, that's expensive and that needs to be replaced. We keep replacing this thing because it's getting damaged because that's not fixed. It's frustrating. But anyway, yes, I've gotten on to a whole thing. I knew it was going to take a while. This is going to freaking 30 minutes. Well, it says 27 minutes. Oh, he's got the zoomies. He usually doesn't zoomy very often. Why are you sniffing my pants? I'm a dude. I live alone. I just drop trowel, okay? When I come home, it's like, oh, Frito. Get out of my pants. Anyway. Good boy. Not that it sounds like I'm talking to a dog. Izzy can be a bit of a dog sometimes. A bit of a tool, too. I don't know where he is now. Anyway. But yeah, there was so much more I wanted to talk about. But I don't want to have a huge video. I should probably do it in like a vlog or something. Anyway. That's it. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful when I do these videos sometimes because I might get on a subject that I want to talk for a while. Oh, I didn't even tell you about my dream. I'm going to have to do that in a video. Maybe a random bits or something. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. As always, I am Sir Drinks a Lot. I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. Wow, I'm getting really good at that. Isn't that weird? It's like something that you do a lot, you just get really good at. Yeah, it's like my job. Anyway, Phase Pop. It has a little, the bomb pop thing right there. So it's kind of nice. I'd say light carbonation, good flavor. Really, honestly, I think I could have used a coffee this morning instead of this. But, still good. It's a little strong on the flavor. Not like, overly powerful, but just like, for me in the morning, it's a little assault on the senses. But I've almost had the whole thing. Grading. Let's do this. Honestly, I'd say a 3. Definitely a decent drink there, but right in the middle. 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. That's not great. It's not bad. It's right above the line. I may have it again if I'm just in emergency and if I needed an energy fix and I didn't want a coffee and I'm just like, I just need something. Yeah, I might do that. Or I might look at Ghost and see what else they've got. But anyway, as always, I'm Sir Drinks a Lot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. I already said this because I made a fun thing about it, but my brain was also thinking I may have actually had this drink before, and now I'm just kind of mad at myself. I hope not. And so what I was doing was I was thinking about that, but I was also like, let's just go through the rote thing again. Because I can just do that while thinking. Fuck. Have I done face pump before? If I have, it's a redux. And hopefully my grading is the same. If not, you just listen to 31 minutes of me ranting. So, bye guys!